Kassil Atufos, Ghana's finance minister, presented the 2026 budget statement and economic policy under the theme Resetting for Growth, Job and Economic Transformation. The budget builds on the stabilization achieved in 2025 and lays out a roadmap for the next phase, moving from recovery into acceleration. Now let's go through some key takeaways and policies. 1. Microeconomic target. Thus, real GDP growth is projected at least 4.8% in 2026. Fiscal discipline, targeting a cash basis fiscal deficit of 4.0% of GDP and a primary surplus of about 1.5% of GDP. Inflation control. Inflation has fallen to about 8% in October 2025 with a target of remaining around that level. Domestic debt market. Ghana is planning to re-enter the domestic debt market in 2026, signaling renewed investor confidence. Legislative and institutional reforms. The budget presented included new bills and regulations, example, the Value for Money Bill, the Virtual Asset Service Providers Bill, and then VAT Amendment Bill. And there has been a repeal of the COVID-19 Health Recovery Levy, amongst others. Now let's get into strategic investment in growth sectors. Agriculture and rural development. Allocation includes 200 million Ghana cedis for Buffer Stock Company, 100 million for aquaculture, 690 million for farmer service centers. Now let's get into infrastructure and then power. There's been an allocation of 2 billion Ghana cedis for phase 1 of rural electricity acceleration and urban intensification initiative. Now let's run into education and then social sectors. 4.2 billion Ghana cedis for free secondary school education and then 1.98 billion for school feeding program. 292 million for free sanitary pads for girls. Now employment creation. The budget estimates that about 800,000 new jobs will be created in 2026 through infrastructure contracts and other programs. Local governance and 24-hour economy. 110 million Ghana cedis allocated for 24-hour economy program and a framework for district assemblies. 80% of transferred monies must go into set uses: market, health, education, water, sanitation. Natural resources and revenue assumptions. The benchmark oil price for 2026 is set to be $76.22 per barrel, slightly up from 2025's $74.70. With the budget explicitly allocating for 24-hour economy, job creation targets 800,000 and heavy support for agriculture, rural power and infrastructure. Ghana isn't just aiming to recover its pivoting